Hello and welcome to this News Weekly Roundup coming to you on Nagaland Cornerstone TV, NCTV News from Highland Dawn Media Studios, Kohima. I am Sekulun Nene. Besides our NCTV cable channel to Kohima, Dimapur and Mokokchung, we are able to carry this news from Nagaland via online and worldwide. NCTV News is able to come to you also through the collaboration of the Directorate of Informations and Public Relations, IPR Nagaland. Over to our news highlights for the past fortnight, August 26th to September 6th, 2018. Department of Employment, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship signs MOU with US-India Business Council. Konoma celebrates Rafuna Anniversary 2018. State-level Teachers' Day celebration held at Kohima. Kigwema to make itself a homestay model village. Ausenden clears stand on Nagahoho imbroglio. The Department of Employment, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship representing the state government of Nagaland signed an MOU with US-India Business Council USIBC on the 23rd August 2018 at New Delhi. USIBC is a premier business advocacy organization dedicated to strengthening the economic and commercial relationship between the United States and India and the largest bilateral advocacy group in the US-India investment space and has its office at Washington, D.C., USA. USIBC intends to facilitate engagements within the state of Nagaland at which the corporate entities can present their interests, advice and capabilities in several ideas including development of an employment-oriented skilling ecosystem in Nagaland, how to prepare a blueprint of skill development for employability in Nagaland and also assist in finding partners to implement the same, best practices in the areas of skilling, entrepreneurship and other areas of mutual interest, use of technology solutions to enable skilled citizens to find suitable employment opportunities. The MOU will remain in effect for 1 year from the date of the last signature unless earlier terminated by either of the participants. Next, 700 families affected by flood in Dimapur. Around 700 families have been affected after an early morning heavy downpour inundated several colonies here on Sunday. According to Dimapur District Administration, colonies like LRC, Satru, Ziliangrong, Hafnagarjan, Bor Lengri and Lengrijan areas have been the worst affected. Additional Deputy Commissioner ADC Dimapur, Albert, told Nagaland Post that relief would be handed over to the affected people on Monday post-assessment. He said most of the affected families had returned to their homes by afternoon as the water had receded in most colonies. He claimed that the district administration had assisted the affected families in coordination with colony leaders. In LRC, which was severely affected, State Disaster Response Force (SDRF) personnel carried out rescue operations. ADC said no relief camps were set up as some of the affected families took shelter in community halls, schools and at their neighbors' houses. Next, Minerva Punjab snaps up young Hitova Ayemi. Minerva Punjab Football Club completed the signing of young footballer Hitova Ayemi. The defending champions captured the former Fateh Hyderabad Naga midfielder. Hitova comes from Nagaland, a place he claims to not have as much exposure as other parts of the country. I am very lucky to have signed with the champions and I hope I do well here. I will have to because it is going to be very competitive. Even if there is no prize at the end, no one wants to end up on the losing side. The young winger has a clear target. He said, "Obviously, I would like to make it big here. My dream is to make it to the national team soon and I hope I will improve here." He said, "Yes, I am more than motivated. I'm just like straight up, I come here to play football, to perform, do well for the club and I hope it goes well." Hitova made his senior team debut at DSK in the Durand Cup at the age of 19. He is confident about this move and his teammates. "I'm confident about this season. I'll work hard, give my 100% and take every step at a time." The player was grateful to his former club Fateh Hyderabad. Up next, Noke Konyak launches video and radio jingles. Advisor, Department of Social Welfare, Noke Wangnao, launched the video and radio jingles on adoption on 31st August 2018 at Secretariat Conference Hall, Kohima. The program was chaired by Secretary Social Welfare Department and Chairman Child Protection Services, Sarah Aritse, who said that adoption is an act of love, but the process has to go through law. She added that according to the Juvenile Justice Act, adoption is the process through which the adopted child is permanently separated from the biological parents and become the legitimate child of his adoptive parents with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities attached to the relationship. She also appraised on the functions of State Adoption Resource Agency, SARA, which act as an executive arm of the state government for promotion, facilitation, monitoring, and regulation of adoption program in the state. It primarily deals with adoption of orphan, surrender, and abandoned children. She added that SARA in Nagaland has been doing exceptionally well since its inception in the year 2010, and the total number of in-country adoption from April 2010 till date is 110. Total number of inter-country adoption since 2015 till date is 10, and combined adoption so far is 120, out of which most of the adopting parents are local Naga parents. She informed that Nagaland customary practice of adoption is very much prevalent, where the procedures are very simple and the hard work and dedication of the department is creating an awareness among the public, and that adoption done as per the juvenile justice system can ensure a secure and safe future for the child as well as for the adoptive parents. Sarah Ritze also highlighted on the aim of video and radio jingles, which will create awareness and knowledge among the multi-stakeholders and the general public to have a better understanding of the concept of legal adoption and to address issues related to adoption that can arise. Director Child Protection Services Chubayin Lajamir highlighted that there are more than 60 childcare institutions which have been linked to the Specialized Adoption Agencies SAA for linkage cases, and Nagaland is one of the first states in India to start linkage cases of adoption. She added that some of the interventions and initiatives taken by the SARA are numbers of children who come under the childcare institutions have been restored back to their biological parents, children without proper parents who are at risk of landing up in children's homes or as domestic helpers, and child laborers have been helped through the intervention of SARA under non-institutional care services. Several trafficked victims have also been rescued and repatriated. The SAA in Nagaland, with the help of SARA, is providing care, support, and counseling to the mothers, especially young girls, to give their children for adoption instead of aborting them. 85% of adoption in Nagaland is by local Naga parents, and very shortly, an adoption resource book will be published and launched officially, she added. She further appraised that one can adopt from adoption agencies like Radiant Educational Society, which is an SAA, Kohima Orphanage and Destitute Home, another SAA, John 316, another SAA at Mon, Wondanki Charitable Foundation, that is also an SAA in Dimapur. Next, Governor Moods Award for Agricultural Entrepreneurs. Impressed with the hard work and commitment of Lucy Nguli Thomas, an educated agricultural entrepreneur, Governor of Nagaland P.B. Acharya mooted for constituting Governor's Award of Rs 1 lakh to hardworking and committed agricultural entrepreneurs. He said that he will meet with the officials of Horticulture Department and discuss the issues so that entrepreneurs in the likes of Lucy are encouraged and acknowledged. Acharya, who himself is a keen advocate of organic fruits and vegetables, was very much impressed when he met and interacted with the Dream Dragon fruit owner, Lucy Nguli Thomas, at Police Guest House, Chumukidima at 29 August 2018. Acharya lauded the bold, educated farmer for taking up farming with dedication and for being the only dragon fruit cultivator on commercial basis from the entire Northeast. Sharing her experiences as a farmer, proprietor of Dream Dragon Fruit Farm, Lucy Nguli Thomas, an arts graduate, told the governor that she was very keen and passionate about farming, which made her to take up dragon fruit cultivation since 2013. Explaining the numerous medicinal values of dragon fruits besides high returns, Lucy felt that more farmers must take up dragon fruit cultivation, adding that Dimapur is the best place for cultivating the fruit. She informed that India produces just 1% of the fruit, and for which it becomes expensive when it reaches our market. Blessed with fertile land and perfect climate, Lucy felt that Naga farmers need to cultivate the fruit as it has very high medicinal values as well as high market demand. Up next, Police Ke Pachala. Under the guidance of the Director General of Police, Nagaland, a new initiative has been undertaken by the Inspector General of Police Range, Nagaland, Sonia Singh IPS, called Police Ke Pachala, to reach out to the student community and create an awareness about policing. This project is envisioned to enlighten the students about the rule of law and impress upon the paramount necessity of preserving law and order for development of the society. The project emphasizes on schools and educational institutions as its main platform for sensitization on various topics or subjects pertaining to policing. The initiative first started on 31st August 2018 at Little Flower Higher Secondary School, Kohima, where more than 500 students attended the program on the following issues: cybercrime, cyberstalking, voyeurism, defamation, revenge porn, especially against women, community policing, crime against women, road safety, self-defense, criminal law amendments, women empowerment, bridging gap between public and police. It is further envisaged to extend this initiative to all higher secondary schools and colleges in Nagaland, whereby police officers visit schools and give presentations, hold interactive sessions with the students, conduct essay competitions, give out printed materials, as well as invite teachers and students to get first-hand experience of how the police department functions. Next, Conoma celebrates Rofuno Anniversary 2018. The 74th Conoma Rofuno Anniversary was observed with Chief Minister Nipio Rio as the special guest at Terhochese Conoma on 1st September 2018.
21 gun salute.
Okay, thank you.
We will sing together a beautiful song entitled, just so to say in English, My Beautiful Country, composed by one of the owners of the film.
Rio, talking on a wide range of social and development issues, said the Conoma elders have understood the importance of oneness while forming Rofuno Day. It is a day to retrospect how our ancestors lived and to emulate them and live a better life. He remarked that Conoma has one of the richest history. It has produced numerous leaders who have led us and also sacrificed their life for us. He also dwelt on the history of the Conoma people, where they lived as warriors and fought bravely against the Britishers. We fought the battles for our rights and to protect ourselves. The Chief Minister cited the examples of Green Village and nature conservation, where unity and peace can bring development. He further lauded the people of Conoma and Poilwa for agreeing to provide water to Kohima town, which is a very important factor in order to become a smart city. He mentioned that the government is also contemplating on providing benefits to the villages which contribute water to Kohima town. On the problems of land acquisition faced during development, he urged the people to pave way for smooth transaction for development purposes. Rio remarked that when he approached the Central Ministry for Trans-Nagaland Highway, the ministry people say they are willing to provide fund for development but complained that the cost of land acquisition becomes more than the project itself. He expressed optimism that with cooperation of the people, Kohima Airport project will materialize soon, along with the 4-lane national highway which is already in progress. On bad roads, Rio pointed out that poor workmanship and lack of adequate funds are the reasons for poor drainage and road system in the state. He, however, said that the government has made its priority to develop good roads at the earliest. Dwelling on preserving identity, he said the state government has introduced Mithun as the state logo, replacing the Ashok Chakra. Chief Minister urged the student bodies to protect the inner line permit, adding that the government alone cannot maintain it unless everyone becomes a stakeholder. He said only when the people develop work ethics that the state can tackle the problems of illegal immigrant. We are unemployed in our own land, whereas outsiders are employed in our land, he lamented. Rio urged the owner of commercial buildings and employers to check the documents of outsiders and added that the government has decided to computerize inner line permit for outsiders' entry in our state. In his concluding remark, Rio urged the gathering to uphold their unique quality of being ashamed of doing what is wrong and to hold pride in doing what is right. Lauding Konoma and Poilwa villages for collectively deciding to provide water to Kohima town, main speaker of the event, Niketu Iralu, said, at a time when Nagas are tending too often to lose sight of urgent priorities and get bogged down on details that effectively prevent development, but which can and must be addressed later on in mutual trust, the leaders of the two neighboring villages have shown the right way.
Another instance that has inspired us recently has been a stand taken by Western Angami Public Organization and Chakro Angami Public Organization that enabled work to start on the construction of the 4-lane Dimapur-Kohima highway has certainly fed our spirit and shown us better ideas for dealing with problems. Here we are rightly giving due attention to what we are attempting to do at our local level. But we cannot forget that we are very much part of a world in real danger of collapse because of mounting crises. We are required to be concerned about the inevitable consequences, no matter what our respective fields of life may be, because the crises are all interlinked. But what we need to realize now is that if, because of our failure to change where we need to change, what is bad will become worse, and that will be the collapse of our society. So, to rise to meet this challenge, to do what needs to be done by leaders and led, I believe we have to find from God the challenge He is throwing to us, as He has thrown to mankind all down the centuries. It is, I believe, this: no matter who you are, who I am, leader or ordinary person, man or woman, God challenges us. The devil tempts us. God challenges us. The devil tempts us. We have to bring this challenge down to our personal level and not just expect that leaders or the church or somebody somewhere else will do what needs to be done to prevent the destruction of our society.
President Konoma Rofuno Nagaland, Huzo Meru, chaired the program. Welcome address was said by President Konoma Rofuno Nagaland, Metsivito Savino. Chairman Konoma Village Council, Nisamezo Pierre delivered a short speech. Village Elder Kovor Kutsu blessed the gathering, and vote of thanks was pronounced by Krekoto Moore. Up next, Nagaland RMSA Teachers Association 2016 demands revocation of office memorandum. Amidst restriction imposed by the Kohima District Administration, RMSA teachers under the banner Nagaland RMSA Teachers Association 2016 batch staged a peaceful dharna below the Directorate of School Education opposite State Museum, here demanding revocation of August 17th office memorandum, even as the police cordoned off the entire area, with the district administration officials reminding the agitating teachers that they were not allowed to stage the protest and gave a timeline to wind up. The August 17th office memorandum issued by School Education Principal Secretary Menukol John mentioned about the merger of SSA and RMSA to a single entity, Sarmagra Shiksha Abhiyan, from 2018 to 19. It also stated that following the merger, Government of India had issued guidelines fixing salary payable to RMSA subject teachers at Rs 25,000 per month from 2018 to 19. The office memorandum directed RMSA teachers to submit acceptance of the new salary structure prescribed by Government of India within a month's time, and that the revised salary would be made effective on completion of 1 month's notice. Next, actor Sushant donates 1.25 crore to Chief Minister Relief Fund. Popular Hindi cinema actor Sushant Singh Rajput, who arrived Dimapur Tuesday, donated Rs 1.25 crore towards the Nagaland Chief Minister Relief Fund. According to CMO Media Cell, the actor personally handed over a cheque of Rs 1.25 crore to the Chief Minister. Taking to Twitter, the Chief Minister Nipio Rio said he was moved at the kind gesture made by Sushant and his team towards Nagaland floods and willingness to help Nagaland at this crucial hour. Your contribution is encouraging and I hope to see the rest of the nation come forward selflessly to donate for Nagaland, Rio tweeted appreciating the actor. Meanwhile, CMO Media Cell informed that a total amount of Rs 45.50 lakh has been received from the contributors to the CMRF, besides Rs 1.25 crore from actor Sushant Singh Rajput. Further, CMO informed that out of the total amount, Rs 10 lakh was given to Kipere district. Individuals from across the country have been coming out to generously contribute towards the Chief Minister's Relief Fund. Up next, Monlumo Kikon appointed as Chief Whip of BJP Legislature Party. State President BJP Nagaland, Temjan Imna Along has appointed Monlumo Kikon, advisor as the Chief Whip of the BJP Legislature Party with effect from 29 August 2018, according to a circular issued from Nagaland Legislative Assembly, Kohima. Up next, state-level Teachers' Day celebration held at Kohima. Along with the rest of the country, the Department of School Education organized state-level Teachers' Day celebration on 5th September 2018 at NBCC Convention Center, Kohima. To teach is to touch one's life forever, said advisor School Education KT Sukalu while speaking at the state-level Teachers' Day celebration. He stated that education sector needs to keep pace with the fast-changing world and the ever-shifting demands. Teachers need to update skills, need to reorient and change teaching methods to inspire students to learn and perform well in their studies. Emphasizing that teachers' job is not to finish a textbook but to help the students understand what is in the textbook and why is it important to study. He added that the teachers need to give context of the subjects to their students because the subject matter is the foundation on which students will build their worldview and make their career and life choices. He further appraised the teachers to be fair in their treatment of students. The issue of tribe, language, religion, race, food habits should never be a ground to treat students differently because the things they see in the classroom will stay with them for life and will remember the example you have set. Sukalu also informed that he proposes to post headmaster and assistant headmaster, subject teachers, especially maths and science, in all high schools and government higher secondary schools to ensure that the students do not suffer for want of subject teachers. He added that the only delay of the proposal is due to the ongoing court cases by the teachers on seniority issue. He informed all the teachers to submit their Aadhaar number to the department without further delay to link biometric system and request the attached teachers of various offices to resume their duties by joining their assigned schools without delay and reminded all the teachers to introspect on their commitment as a teacher because teaching is a noble profession and they are called to make a difference. 15 teachers from all over Nagaland bagged the state-level Teachers Award. National Anthem song was presented by Baptist Mission School, Jotsoma. A Rise and Shine song was presented by GHS PWD, Kohima. Other highlights of the program includes a tribute to Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, delivered by Dr. Nilhuzuki Ray, Government Higher Secondary School, Kohima. Honoring of teachers by Bethel Higher Secondary School, Kohima, a song called Without You was presented by St. Paul's School, Kohima, followed by Significance of Teachers delivered by TM Government Higher Secondary School, Kohima. A tribute to my teachers by Vitsa Hozotto, Korajo School, Kohima. Next, Kigwema to make itself a homestay model village. Kigwema village leaders and trainees of YouthNet's homestay training program went on a 2-day exposure trip to Shillong and Mawlynnong, Meghalaya, coordinated by YouthNet and sponsored by Speaker of Nagaland, Engineer Viko Yoshe. A team of 13 participants visited Shillong and Mawlynnong, adjudged Asia's cleanest village in 2003. After the homestay training program at Kigwema, the village leaders and all other stakeholders collectively recognized the tourism potential of the village and decided to make Kigwema the model village of homestays in Nagaland. Stating this in a press release, YouthNet said that the trip to Shillong, a home to the tribals, included a visit to Bara Bazaar, one of the most bustling marketplaces. The major takeaway from the marketplace was that the market is entirely run by locals and enterprising women, vendors selling items from local fruits to household items to meat. YouthNet said the visit also to Maulin Nong village, Asia's cleanest village 2003, was an eye-opener. Starting with only one homestay, YouthNet said Maulin Nong now has over 20 homestays to host tourists and a beautiful landscape with a view of Bangladesh, attracting tourists and making the village a worthy tourist destination. The participants of the trip interacted with homestay owners at the village and visited major tourist sites and exchanged knowledge and learning about the village's collective effort to maintain cleanliness. Next, Ausendan clears stand on Nagahoho imbroglio. Drawing attention to the recent exchange between two camps within the Nagahoho in the local media, the Ausendan has sought to make its stand clear on the issue at hand. In a press note, Ausendan President Amtushi Jamir and Secretary Imtipokiem stated that in the backdrop of Nagahoho's support to the state government's recognition of Rongmei tribe as an indigenous Naga tribe of Nagaland, Sendan asked Nagahoho to retract its statement but was not done. Therefore, Sendan said it had at a meeting on September 23, 2016 decided to disassociate from Nagahoho until the later retracted its statement. Subsequently, Ausendan said it asked Nagahoho President P. Chuba Ozukam to relinquish his office on November 11, 2016 since he was a representative of the Aus to Nagahoho. In response to this, Sendan said the Nagahoho, through a press release published on November 22, 2016, resolved not to allow Ozukam to relinquish his post, stating that P. Chuba Ozukam's departure from Hoho does not arise at this juncture as it would prove to be detrimental at the interest of the Nagas in general. Consequently, Ausendan said Ozukam was excommunicated from our community for not adhering to the call of Ausendan. However, it said Ozukam approached Ausendan and requested revocation of his excommunication. Accordingly, Ausendan said it held a meeting on November 21, 2017 and resolved to reconsider and withdraw his excommunication in the interest of the Naga people. Further, Ausendan said that when some tribal Hohos appeared to be exerting undue influence on the Naga Hoho, going to the extent of trying to call meetings, usurping the functions of the president, it had on May 25, 2018 conveyed to the Naga Hoho and its speaker to call for a meeting at the earliest and in the proper procedure. Meanwhile, Ausendan had maintained that this statement was being made to clear the air surrounding the issue of its position on the relationship with Naga Hoho, as many concerned Naga citizens have been making public statements without knowing the status of our respective positions. The Sendan has opined that if it was not affable for only a few tribal Hohos to drive the bandwagon of Naga Hoho, then it was now high time all Nagas come together on a common platform and progress in unison. With that, we come to the end of our News Weekly Roundup, coming to you from Nagaland Cornerstone TV.